How many of y'all watch SunnyV2? Do y'all actively watch SunnyV2? Or is he like, is he in your guys' rotation of YouTubers? I remember when I first found his channel, I was watching him a lot, but I don't really watch him anymore or as much as I used to. Let's peep this though. A video by Curse.
When thinking of YouTube content like creator downfalls and mini documentaries, there's typically one main person that comes to mind, and that is SunnyV2. Many of you probably know him or at least have heard of him because you're watching this video, but even if you haven't heard of him specifically, you've probably seen videos inspired by his style. I mean, the man basically popularized an entire niche of content by himself, and given that he was a pioneer in that space,
he really was a pioneer with the whole like downfall video. I wouldn't even call them video essays. I'd call them like, they're like semi documentaries a bit, but he was really a pioneer with that. Like, I remember after that, there were so many channels that spawned in that had the downfall of such and such. I remember there was this one channel though that did the uprise of, which I thought that was pretty sick, but I feel like people want to see other people's downfalls more than their uprises. So the uprise vids always, or the downfall vids always outperform that. My goat uploading constantly and Twitch streaming. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It has been a long time coming, but hey, we're back now. We're back.
Pretty normal that he would be considered the face of it, because with years of daily uploads pulling anywhere from 1 million to 10 million views, I think it's pretty undeniable that you're definitely the face of that genre.
Bro, 9.7 million, 7.3 million, 18 million, 7.4 million, 3.7 million. Dude, this guy was just bringing in bank. He was bringing in bank. Even though these videos aren't the longest, this is about a 10-minute video, 13 minutes, 19 minutes, 16 minutes. Okay. This man was bringing in major bank. Holy W move. Shout out Dexter, bro. What's good, my boy? How you been? Bro, yeah, I'm in Texas now, Dexter. If you're ever trying to do anything, let me know, bro. Let me know. I'm loving it, though. I'm loving it. It's very hot, though. It's very hot here. But I like Texas. I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with it.
And although Sunny is raking in millions of views per video, it didn't always start like that, because he actually first started posting RuneScape gameplay
That's
back in
surprising.
like 2015
No way.
under a different channel name called Might of Sun.
G'day guys, hope you're all doing alright today. Today I'm just going to put a little discussion question out there while I'm doing Slayer. I'm a bit bored, so I thought I'd make a little video. And the question is, what do you guys think are the 3 hardest and 3 easiest 99s to achieve on RuneScape?
I sometimes wish I like grew up in that era with World of Warcraft, RuneScape, and all that. Or not even grew up in that era, like I played the games, because I mean I technically kind of grew up in that era. But I sometimes wish I played those games. Then at the same time, I feel like if I did, I wouldn't even be nowhere near here, because I would just play those games all day. So I'm kind of glad I didn't. You need to move to Turkey and get a new lineup. Brother, my lineup is completely fine. My barber actually, he pulled a master class, bro. Hold up. Look at this. My barber, he pulled a master class, bro. Bro. Look at that. Look, my hairline, the corners might be fading a bit. But I can't lie. My barber, he really did his thing, bro. Like the craziest part, bro, crazy story actually, right? Not even tangent, but let me just tell a little story real quick. I was legit walking the other day. I was walking down the street, and bro, there was like 5 girls that just walked up to me, said your haircut is so nice. That's all they said. Yeah, that's all they said. But yeah, Cam, the influencer boxing got even worse after the vid you dropped like 2 years ago. Freaking Island Boys versus Charleston White. I actually saw that. I watched that match, and that was one of the worst influencer boxing matches I've ever watched. I say that because the Island Boy, like, how do you get cooked up by Charleston White? Charleston White's like 50, 60. How do you get cooked by that man? Bro, you just got to rush him, bro. Come on. Like, don't get me wrong. Unc was throwing them. He was throwing some hands, but at the same time, like, bro, you have to rush that man. Bro, his body is not the same as yours. You're like in your 20s. He's like in his 50s, 60s, bro. Bro, throw a few haymakers, bro. You're going to be good, man. You're going to be good. Low key, we both got fading corners. Yeah, wrap it up. Send your fading corners, bro. Let me see. Your hairline's still better than Deshae Frost. I've never seen Deshae Frost hairline. Where are the Huz, bro? They're right here. Don't you see them? Right here. All right, let's peep this video, or let's keep on watching.
Just doing this so people who probably haven't achieved their first 99.
And I'm not gonna lie, that name is pretty fire. Like, I can't even hate on it. But wait, now I get it. Might of Sun, SunnyV2. I think he's just in love with the sun.
Is his
But
name
after
Sunny?
the RuneScape channel failed, he kept experimenting with different type of content like motivational and Fortnite, and eventually he ended up striking gold in the documentary niche. And on a side note, he also removed his face from like everywhere online, so you can't really find those videos anymore, because when he was doing the whole motivational style or Fortnite style, he was using a face cam. But I'm pretty sure after SunnyV2 started blowing up is when he removed everything off the internet, and he took on the iconic profile picture he has now, which I think is like the general or something. I don't know where it's from. And I mean, from just looking at his channel, it seems like everything was going perfectly. But for some reason around 2 months ago, SunnyV2 just completely disappeared. No more uploads, no community posts, no tweets, just nothing. It's almost as if he went to go get some milk from the grocery store and just never came back. And I know some of you already knows what that feels like already. Yes, I'm talking to you. Anyway.
What if SunnyV2 just comes back with a fat 1 hour video, bro? Oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. He kind of reminds me of, SunnyV2, his videos got longer, but you know whose videos I really like? Patrick CC. I haven't watched him in a minute, but his videos, bro, they're amazing. They're like 40 minutes long. You just pop them on, you can be cooking. Then by the time you're done cooking, the video's still going. You start eating. Then while you're washing the dishes, the video's still going. It's amazing. Ain't that Napoleon? I think it might be. I'm not sure.
One being that the way he vanished is usually something smaller creators do when they quit YouTube. You know, they post their last video, log out, and you just never hear from them again. The only difference here is that it's SunnyV2 we're talking about. The guy has 4.4 million subscribers with consistent uploads and constant views. And with a channel of his size, with his community being so active, obviously it's going to raise a lot of red flags. His last upload was on March 20th, 2025, with a video titled How Microtransactions Destroyed Plants vs. Zombies. And yeah, nothing about this video felt like a final video or like some kind of goodbye. It was just another regular Thursday upload. And that's what the comments thought at first too, because if you scroll down and check the dates of when people commented, 2 months ago, people were actually talking about the video itself. But anything earlier than 2 months has turned into a full-on Where SunnyV2 search party. And at this point, it's literally every single comment asking where he is and if he's okay. And everybody knows when you put a bunch of YouTube enjoyers in a situation where someone disappears, that's where all the theories start.
True. I think honestly, one of the reasons why he might have left is he might have just got sick of maybe his content style, or just like maybe sick of his routine, because he was uploading each week for like, was it each week or was it twice a week? Pretty sure it was each week, but uploading each week for a few years, you know? And I mean, even though it's very successful, making a lot of money, and he's doing his thing, it's like, I mean, it can get pretty mundane and boring. So maybe he might have just got sick of that. Maybe, but let's keep on watching.
The first theory that a lot of people have come up with regarding Sunny and his disappearance is that his channel got completely demonetized. Now on YouTube, when a channel gets demonetized, that means your channel can no longer make money. No ads, no revenue, nothing. It's like flipping the off switch on a paycheck. And of course, for any creator that's trying to do YouTube as a full-time job, that's literally a death sentence. Imagine going to your job and working 8 hours and you made no money. Like you were just there for the fun of it. That's how demonetization feels to full-time content creators. But even in the case of SunnyV2, 8 hours isn't even comparable, because if you see how edited his videos are, I would estimate they can take up to 40+ hours of editing. So imagine putting in that much time and effort into a video and then not being compensated for it. But on the bright side, YouTube ad revenue isn't the only way you can make money on YouTube, because some creators like myself also take sponsorships, and sponsorships will pay you to advertise their content. However, in the case of SunnyV2, his channel has no history of ever taking a sponsorship.
I was just about to say that. I don't remember one time I've seen a sponsorship on SunnyV2's channel. I don't remember once. But you know what? Either he might have just not liked promoting certain things, or he might just like decided to not do it because it lowers retention. Who knows? Yo ad almost got demonetized over Freaky Frost. No, I didn't almost get demonetized, but he was definitely, or at least it was him or YouTube. They both were definitely taking the video, or not definitely, they did take the videos down. I got yellow marked a few times. Like, oh my gosh, that whole time was bad. That time was terrible, but luckily we're good now.
Like, he doesn't even have an email in his about section for companies to contact him on, which would mean his profits are solely through the YouTube ad revenue, which means if YouTube ever did pull the plug on his channel, there will be nothing left to keep his channel running. And while this theory may sound a little far-fetched, it isn't completely impossible, because the reason people started speculating this idea about SunnyV2 is because his channel doesn't have a community tab. And in most cases, when someone doesn't have a community tab, it usually indicates that their channel has been flagged or demonetized, either due to like repeated guideline violations or serious policy issues. But the only problem with that theory is that if you never posted a community post in the first place, the community tab also would never show up. Because if you go to one of my other accounts, and I'll show you guys here, I have no community tab on this page
That's a
because
Roblox
I
account?
never made a community post. So not having
I use potions to create an army in Dead Rails. I use the new boss to beat werewolves in Dead Rails. Oh shoot. I don't know what this game is, but hey, shout out Curse having another account. Fire.
one doesn't always mean you got demonetized. So if he isn't demonetized and he's still making money from YouTube, then where on earth is he? Well, the second theory, which is probably the most realistic, is that he's just burnt out. When you think about it from the perspective that SunnyV2 was posting every single Thursday for years without missing an upload, there are no breaks and no vacations. And it's not like the videos he makes are just super easy. They take a lot of time to edit, like I stated earlier, which also involves a ton of digging and researching, which could make anyone burn out. Because with Sunny's content, he's not just watching a couple clips and calling it a day. He's going down internet rabbit holes, digging through old tweets, Reddit threads, YouTube comments, and much more, all to just put one video together. And when you're doing that for every single week non-stop for literal years, it's hard to not imagine someone getting tired of it. Especially when the pressure of
you can get burnt out quick from that. Quick. Oh my gosh. And like he said, since he's going through YouTube rabbit hole, or he's going down rabbit holes and all that, it's like, dude, then you got to fact check certain things before you record. Oh my, I can only imagine what his whole process was like.
Performance for him is so high, as well as him always having to make sure that the information he's reporting on is 100% correct, because when it isn't, or people don't agree with him, it can lead to a ton of backlash, just like it did on the Chris Tyson situation. Back then, when SunnyV2 made a video,
Soy Parzival, Hola Parzival, Soy Cameron WAK.
on Chris Tyson titled How Chris Tyson Will Become a Nightmare for Mr. Beast, which basically predicted that Chris Tyson coming out as trans would ruin Mr. Beast's entire brand. The entire internet hated him for that take.
Mr. Beast is upset with YouTuber SunnyV2 after this video. So the very popular YouTuber SunnyV2 just made a video titled Why Chris Will Soon Be a Nightmare for Mr. Beast. Well, fans decided to tweet about Sunny's video, basically saying that the video feels very invasive and saying that Sunny was unnecessarily harsh towards Chris in the video.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. He was right about Chris. It is insane.
Video, and he had a lot to say about it. Basically, he says Chris isn't his nightmare, he's his friend, that everything is fine with him and Chris, and that all the transphobia that has been spread about Chris lately is beginning to make him mad. What do y'all think of this?
The video got slammed for being transphobic, and SunnyV2 lost like 20,000 subscribers because of one video. Oh yeah.
He lost subs off that video? Oh, actually, no, it makes sense. It makes sense. He was in a back and forth with Mr. Beast on Twitter. That makes sense. But gee, it's crazy that like he was right in the end. It's kind of crazy. Or Yeah, nah, that's insane.
Yeah, and the video got like 170,000 dislikes, so it was something crazy. And even though we know how that turned out in the end, because SunnyV2 was actually right, that doesn't change the point that the potential of him being hated on a massive scale for any video he chooses is very high. But even still, if he cared about that, then he may have quit a long time ago. And the truth is, if it wasn't Burnout or Demonetization or because of Backlash, then the real explanation is he just dipped. There was no drama, no warning, no scandal. He just decided to leave and he's done with it. But I doubt that'll be the case, and we'll just have to wait for him to make his next upload.
I'm guessing that that he's probably just burnt out. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't think there's any like grand like I don't know. I feel like the most logical reason would just be he's burnt out and just doesn't feel like doing it anymore. Who knows? He might have been on a vacation. Was like, hey, you know what? This is nice. Let me take maybe another month or two, and yeah. But nah, I hope SunnyV2 is good. Hope he's good.